Longtime Browns beat reporter Tony Grossi talking about Kevin Stefanski and potentially him taking back play calling duties.
I think if Kubiak is the guy he chooses, it would be okay if Kubiak. He's more accomplished than Ken Dorsey. Plus, he knows this offense. His dad wrote the offense.
I think that Stefanski is going to call the plays, Riz, because I think Stefanski realizes something that we haven't brought up yet in this whole thing, which is that his ass is on the hot seat after 3-14.
Probably.
And so I think that he's going to want to have the controls, Tony, in his hands to determine his fate. Because if the Browns get off to a slow start, we know what's going to happen.
Scott, I can't argue with that. And if that's the way Kevin Stefanski was thinking, I couldn't argue with that either. Certainly, he can't survive another 3-4 win season. So if that's me and I got the job because I'm an offensive mind, I'm calling the plays.
Yeah, I don't know if he necessarily thinks like that. If he did, it would certainly be understandable. I think it was tough for him to give up the play calling this year. I think he looked at it and felt like, hey, I probably would have done a better job than Dorsey did after he gave up the play calling. So it would take in my mind, it would take a special circumstance for Stefanski not to call the plays next year. And maybe that is Clint Kubiak. If it happened to be Darrell Bevell, I certainly think that would be a long discussion because Bevel's been ahead. He's been the play caller, and he's got a long career. He's been a play caller a bunch of times. He called plays for Seattle when they went to 2 Super Bowls and won one. I don't know if he's coming here just to be a coordinator and let Stefanski call the plays. So I think the choice of coordinator does matter. If it's Tommy Rees, then I think Stefanski calls the plays. If it's Bevell, I don't. And if it's Kubiak, I could see it go either way.
All right.
But I like Stefanski, the play caller. I always did.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with him. You know how that is. It's like an artist. People are going to always, if it's going well, he's a great play caller. If it's not going well, he's a terrible play caller. That's just, and Kevin Stefanski knows that more than anybody.